G'day everyone, Viv here, hope you're all keeping well. Welcome back. Again, a little bit of time between videos, but that's okay. Cheers, nice cup of tea for the morning. So things have been a bit quiet on the miniature gaming front recently. I sort of go through waves with my hobbies of extreme excitement for several weeks, months, and then nothing while I move on to another hobby, and it sort of circulates between sort of gaming and then miniatures and then at this stage, brewing. So we're on a huge brewing kick. My brewery is being built in the background, so I thought, given it's Wednesday, I might throw up a home brew Wednesday video. I don't know if I'll do them every Wednesday. I'm not the most reliable person on the planet. I do things when I want to do them. So here's my Homebrew Wednesday video, little update on my brewery build, and perhaps we'll see some progress as things continue to evolve. So it's a bit of a shocking mess in here at the moment, and that's primarily from all this cabling and me wiring up this control panel. So some of you might be familiar with this type of control panel. It's being built pretty much from the instructions on the Electric Brewery website. So I've started up all my wiring of the timer and the PIDs and the lights and the switches and whatnot. I'm still waiting for several components to stick onto this backing plate. Predominantly the relays, the 3 relays, and my two 240 down to 12 volt transformers for running through these power supplies and then off to the panel meters up here. But so that's coming along. There'll be still several more weeks work in that. I have jumped ahead and bought a whole bunch of grains. There's my base malts and some specialty malts in there. All of my plumbing is pretty much complete except for one quick disconnect here and a couple of pieces on the inside. So this is my hot liquor ton, and I'm really disappointed that I put these temperature gauges in. I don't really want them in there. I have to replace that now, take that out and block that up with a blocking nut because the probes all come in here and I get the digital readouts on these PIDs here. So I don't really want this in here, and it gets in the way of the Herms coil on the inside. Now, I've been sharing pictures of this on the AussieHomebrewer.com website, and someone did ask me if I'm spending all this money, why did I put copper in? Because at this stage, I've never brewed an all-grain beer. I just wanted to build the setup, see how it runs, and if I like it, then I'll hard plumb everything in stainless. And at that stage, I might get some bigger pots. These are about 70 litres. I might get some 150 litre pots and actually weld in all my triclover fittings and stuff. So that's the hot liquor ton, pretty standard according to lots of people. Then my mash ton. This bloody little false bottom in here is tiny. It's one of those 30cm domed false bottoms. I do want to get something bigger. And that's again fairly standard. The probe on the outside, and this will go through down into the pumps, which I can then recirculate through the Herms coil and then recirculate the wort. And then the boil kettle. I have put a wort return here, and on the inside, whoops, that lid doesn't fit on that pot. I hope I can get that out of there. I have put a return here for the wort about halfway up the boil kettle wall for creating a whirlpool in here. I don't know how that's going to work. I've got a feeling it might be a little bit low. But that's the kettle so far. The temperature probe for the brew kettle is on the inside of the wall, and all the elements, they're 550 watt elements, are installed in my element enclosures. Are all sealed, and when I need to move this, it does mean I've got this bloody great big cable hanging off, but that's alright, I can deal with that. So there's the electric, or the pots so far. I have changed one of my taps on my beer fridge at the moment. In here I've got an American Pale Ale, which I've called Simple. It's just a DME kit with some crystal malt and Cascade. It's 5% or 4.95 or something like that. I have changed one of my taps to the Perlic taps. This is really nice. It took some stuffing around to get all the coil and cabling and everything wrapped up inside there, and temperatures set and pressures set. I push beer at 100 kPa, which is about 14 psi, 14-15 psi. And so I've got almost 4 meters of 5mm internal diameter cable on this Perlick tap. And it pours a great beer. It's too early in the morning for beer, but nonetheless, I wouldn't mind getting some more of these Perlick taps for Christmas and birthdays, hints, hints. There we go, that's the beer fridge. That's the brewing setup at the moment. I'm happy with how things are going. These damn bottles. I bought a whole bunch of bottles on eBay which I thought were Crown Seal bottles, but they're actually twist top bottles that had Crown beer in it. So I can still use them, but I don't bottle a lot of beer, and I'm a bit frustrated that I bought those ones. Anyway, that's the brewing space. Things still working on getting set up. One thing I do like about this space, and I pointed out on the forum, it all drains away into this in-floor drain. The floor slopes down slightly to this drain on both sides of this part of my workshop as well, where I do all my miniature gaming stuff. It slopes down here too. This bench at the back here slopes back towards the wall and then down, and so it drains away through here. There's water, one outlet for my water, second outlet for the water, so I might hard plumb some water fittings coming from here around the back into the top of my HLT. Anyway, so there we go. There's a quick look at the brewery so far. Happy Homebrew Wednesday. I wish I could enjoy a beer, but it's Wednesday morning. It's too early for a beer, really. I mean, later on. We'll have one later on. Nice cup of tea. Thanks, guys. I'll catch you next time. See ya.